Russia has never been so united, Putin. Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Tuesday that the Russian people, who found confidence after a brief protest when he attended a meeting of an international organization that provided an audience, were unique in unity. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting hosted by India via video conference is Putin's first multi-conference meeting since the surprise attack on Russia, and Putin is the West's best bet on Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. He was eager to show that he was not isolating. The Asian Security Council, which was formed by Russia and China against the Western alliances, accepted Iran as a new member and increased its membership to 9. In his speech via a video link from the Kremlin, Putin praised the organization's continuing work in international relations, cooperation in maintaining peace and security, achieving economic stability in participating countries, and improving human relations. Wagnerian leader Yevgeny Prigozhin thanked the members for their support of the Russian police in the short term and said that the West had turned Ukraine into a de facto hostile state to Russia. Putin has often scolded the West for supporting Ukraine in the war. The meeting is an opportunity for Putin to demonstrate that he still retains control after the coup left some doubts about the division among Russia's elites. The people of Russia are united like never before, he said. Russian politics and society in general show solidarity and responsibility for the fate of the fatherland, uniting the front against the rebel army. Speakers of the past avoid direct reference to war while emphasizing its global consequences. Ukraine was also not mentioned in the statement from the virtual meeting, but said that the threats and challenges are increasing, destructive and dangerous. With the lack of conflict, there are more and more new ones. In his opening speech, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi warned of the challenges to the world's food, oil and fertilizer products, but did not mention the war in Ukraine. The economies of all three countries were affected by the war. He also refrained from criticizing Pakistan, saying that the group should not hesitate to criticize countries that use violence to undermine their national rights. Modi said, "Terrorism is a threat to regional peace and we must fight it together," without naming Pakistan. India often accuses Pakistan of training and arming the group, which Islamabad denies. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif condemned terrorism in his speech and defended Pakistan's role in the fight against terrorism. While Pakistan is making unprecedented sacrifices in the fight against terrorism, this crisis continues to plague our region and is a major obstacle to achieving peace and security. Sharif also welcomed the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, saying it could change the rules of the game for connectivity, security, peace, and regional progress. 6 of the 9 members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Kazakhstan, the Kyrgyz Republic, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan, reiterated their support for the Belt and Road Initiative. It was created from the Pakistani-administered territory of Kashmir, which New Delhi regards as part of the divided territory of India, and open to cooperation with other countries. According to Article of Law No. The principles of unity for national sovereignty, independence, territorial stability, non-interference in trade, Non-use of force or threat of use of force are the international basis for the sustainable development of relations. SCO includes the 4 Central Asian countries Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, all former Russian-influenced Soviet republics, India and Pakistan, and became members in 2017. Belarus still wants to become a member. Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi said, "The membership of the Islamic Republic of Iran to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization will bring historic results." According to the Iranian news agency IRNA, Raisi said he hopes member states will create a framework to improve security, independence of member states, respect, sustainable development and responding to environmental threats. In his speech, UN Secretary-General Guterres said that the conference was held in an environment of global pressure and increasing risk. But at a time when the world needs to work together, divisions are growing and regional tensions are rising, said. These differences are due to many factors, different approaches to global crises, different understandings of unconventional threats to security, and finally after COVID-19 and Russia's intervention in Ukraine. Chinese President Xi Jinping urged member states to work for long-term peace and stability in the region, according to a statement released by China Central Television. He said China wants to better integrate the Belt and Road Initiative with other countries' development strategies and cooperation plans in the region. The Belt and Road Initiative is a multi-billion-dollar investment in infrastructure that has been criticized by the West for the huge debt burden of small countries. Despite the expansion of the SCO, the organization still faces the risk of competition or conflict between member states. India and Pakistan have a long history of relationship, especially over Kashmir, a disputed Himalayan region divided by both countries but recognized by both sides and waged war on land by both sides. Meanwhile, New Delhi and Beijing are locked in a 3-year stalemate with thousands of soldiers on the disputed border in the eastern region of Ladakh. The SCO meeting comes as Moscow becomes more and more dependent on Beijing as the war in Ukraine continues. While New Delhi refrains from criticizing Russia's offensive, Moscow's ties with China could hurt India in the long run and affect its relations with Cold War ally Russia.